Well, it's Bitcoin's birthday, and that hasn't stopped anybody from handing out lawsuits like Tic Tacs. But one thing we can tell you is that while we wait for the fog to clear on the lack of regulatory clarity, I think we have a couple things specifically as XRP holders we need to think about, and I think it's a win-win for us. Let's roll that beautiful intro.
This is Digital Perspectives with Brad Kimes. Subscribe for new content notifications. Now, here's Brad Kimes. Come on in.
Welcome back to the show. You can follow me on Twitter at BackupBradleyAbove at the top of the screen and everything that we're talking about here today. It is happy birthday for Bitcoin. Thanks to XRP Crypto Wolf for this. As Bitcoin hits its all-new high on its 12th birthday 12 years ago, Satoshi Nakamoto mined the first Genesis block into existence for Bitcoin. Happy birthday, Bitcoin. What a mess you've made. I'm only kidding. But the truth is obviously we are waiting for the fog to clear here because we do need that desperately needed regulatory clarity. And I believe we're about to get it. And I think you guys know we're about to get it too. And there's going to be more on that here in a few minutes because which way is it going to break? And I want to talk about that specifically here in a second. But let's move through the news right now really quickly. Okay, so 1,000 decade old dormant Bitcoins moved today on Bitcoin's anniversary. So on the anniversary, the 12th anniversary of Bitcoin, there's a decade old 1,000 Bitcoins that have been moved. Things that make you go, We'll keep an eye on it. But, when you think about that, 1,000 Bitcoin like that, at 33,000 right now, almost 34,000, I start thinking, wow, if they were to dump all those on the market, well, first you couldn't dump them too fast because it takes Bitcoin a long time to settle. So I guess you don't have to worry about too much of a dump. But boom, I'm here all week. Google search volumes for the term Bitcoin are at their highest level since February 2018. Now, I have to say, look, retail investors, I believe, have not been moving the needle. This has been institutional money. However, make no mistake about it, as the institutions continue to deepen their position in crypto assets and Bitcoin as well, I would expect you to see the awareness start to trickle down to the actual consumer, a regular everyday Joe, right, that doesn't know anything about crypto, that starts saying, hey, I don't know what it is, but I think I want some in my portfolio. And it's just going to continue to snowball there. But that doesn't mean we don't have some regulatory hurdles that all of us are going to have to deal with, whether it's XRP or Bitcoin or Ethereum or otherwise. Okay, looking at the price right now, we are at 33,687. It's dropped back a couple $100, been ranging between 34,753 and 30,453. That's quite a swing right there. But nevertheless, we're keeping an eye on it. One of the things I'm really watching here lately is this right here. The total market cap for cryptocurrency is very close to $1 trillion, and that will be something to behold when it happens. And again, just like when you see XRP hit $1 and you see that FOMO kick in, I believe that $1 trillion mark is really going to speak even louder to the institutional investors out here because they understand, okay, $1 trillion like a new conversation when you talk about that level of money into a market. So, okay. Now, and forevermore, I think it also repositions how everyone else in the conventional traditional markets view us. Because it's no longer, oh, well, you guys, you're not even $1 trillion market yet, right? Yeah. Oh, hang on. It could be here at $1 trillion before the end of January at the pace that it's moving. That's for sure. It could be here in the next several days. We were at 890, I believe, early this morning or late last night, one or the other. But nevertheless, it is upon us. So we're going to continue to watch that. The other thing we're watching right here is a big conversation, which I hinted to in this morning's video. And I really talked about it directly, but I didn't spend too much time there. But just to point out that XRP is 22 cents solid. It is not pacing with Bitcoin's movement. there is clearly a decoupling there. And I showed the chart, and I think this is about as good of a representation as you'd ever want to see. There's no way you could make an argument that XRP is pacing with Bitcoin when you can see what's going on here. I just think that is one of the healthiest things that we could draw from what is happening right now in this crypto space. And I think it's good that we're on our own two legs. And I think it's even better that we can prove that we can stand strong at 22 cents, whether Bitcoin's running strong or whether it's pulling back. So I just think that is a big thing to note. Another big thing to note is exactly where we're moving into. We are moving into a new inflection point in the crypto space. Don't get lost in just what's happening right here in the moment with this lawsuit and that lawsuit, and this one's countersuing and that one. All of that's necessary. I'm not trying to minimize it. But what I am trying to do is focus on right now what will move the market just as much as getting the clarity we need. And what will move the market is inflection point that's really known as use case utility. It will become a new watermark to the entire crypto asset space. And if the asset that you're invested in doesn't have any, you're probably not going to have any investment left. And that's where we're going here. It's a very key thing to note. This is a great 2-minute little promo of what Flare can offer, Flare Finance can offer, and all the different places and areas that you could choose to invest and have access to increasing the utility of Spark and Trustless XRP, the FXRP, combining very fast settlement and smart contracts and consensus. This is shared by Cryptic Poet. Thank you to Cryptic Poet. And I'm not going to play the video for you. It's I think it's about a 2-minute video, but it's a great video. You can see him on my Twitter. But the voice has a very synthesized kind of voice, computer sounded human voice, and it's very difficult to make out what it says. So I'm not going to run down through it, but the point is what I'm making is that you're seeing this use case utility being put to work here through not only what XRP can do, but the combination of what XRP can do with Flare Networks and again with Flare Finance as well. The doors just continue to open up. And, you know, one of the words that sticks out to me is one that we've heard forever in this space, interoperability. You know, just like the internet that we're using right now, interoperable, or otherwise it wouldn't have made the cut this long. And that's an important thing to note. And it sounds very simple, like, oh man, I've been in this space a long time. I know that. Well, you might, but you know what? There's a lot of people that are new that are moving into this space. Remember, there's more people Googling Bitcoin and crypto and XRP on Google, and they're trying to learn very quickly because they can feel the attention that's been brought to this space, whether it's from the SEC lawsuit or whether it's some other aspect or Darren Soto doing the work that he's doing with the other members of Congress there, trying to get some attention there. And by the way, one of the members of this community, Lisa Lank, who wrote the Brian Brooks letter for us to send in support of him, of OCC, has written another great letter that we can use as well. And it is in support of XRP getting a currency designation and pointing out that SEC has been the one that's harmed us, not Ripple. So I will put that link to that in the comment section, and I will also find the petition link and put that in there as well. Please sign both of those. And let me be clear, by the way, that, you know, I really believe that Ripple continues to move on their path of growing and preparing for what is to come, because I don't think that they've done anything nefarious. I really don't think they've done it. You know, if someone wants to make some kind of ethical argument about where they put this portion of XRP versus where they could have put it, you know, that's another conversation. You want to have an ethical conversation, they can sort all that out in a manner of a penalty or of a fine. I kind of tend to think we're picking pepper out of fly shit at that point. But you know what? That's just me. But what I want to get down to is what we really know. And what we really know is Ripple's hiring a director for product management will connect emerging network players such as new telcos, wallets, and blockchain. They're not stopping what they're doing. They're not, oh, it's a SEC lawsuit. Well, let's just close the doors and batten down the hatchet. No, that's not what they're doing. That's not what they're doing, and I don't think it's what we should do. And to speak to that just for a second, it's why I believe we're in a situation where it's win-win for us. Look, I believe personally myself, sitting here in this chair talking to you, that XRP is a currency. But that doesn't mean that the regulators abound might decide to come up with some other classification that gives it a security designation, like a derivative security, right? Look, at the end of the day, I don't really care what they call it as long as it doesn't harm the intended full-scale use of the asset. You could call it a tennis shoe or a hula hoop. I don't care. As long as it functions the way it's supposed to function without anything stifling that or hindering that ability of XRP to operate as it's supposed to. This is where I think we win no matter what. Because I believe firmly that, the reason they're continuing to grow what they're doing at Ripple and push for the products that they build out and the projects that they launch is because ultimately they know this is needed. You're not going to kill the golden goose, as we've said a million times on this channel. They need it more than we want it. And we want it pretty bad. I read the emails. So at the end of the day, I think we win. And listen, again, I firmly believe it's a currency, but that doesn't mean that they won't give it another designation. Let's say if they find that the governments of the world find it to be an advantage to give it some brand new definition of a security that doesn't allow, no matter how much value that's driven into XRP as a bridge currency by the use of central banks and everything else that we all know, and it drives the value extremely high. But if they give it a classification that it could never compete directly with, let's say, the US dollar or the other major currencies of the world. And maybe such a classification comes because of the fact that they want to give the comfort and, lack of a better word, the security to all the different countries that are intending to bring their utility and volume to the network, to be guaranteed that they won't be shot in the foot and somewhere down the line, after they get enough utility on this network driving the value of the token, that they will be able to pull any collateral back out off of it because the value will just be on the network. In the beginning, I imagine they're going to have to collateralize some of the value to provide that price floor that's needed to give a reliable price for central banks and others to participate in using the network. And over time, when enough volume makes its way onto the network, you can pull that collateral back off because the volume will just be there on the daily anyway. That's my two thoughts, and that's why I think ultimately we're going to win no matter what side this lands on at the end of the day. But I do firmly believe that it is a currency myself. But I'll take whatever designation they want to give it as long as it doesn't hurt the intended use of me investing in it or anyone in participating in bringing value and utility and liquidity to it. So that's where I'm at on this one on this day. And that's why I tell everyone, because I've gotten a lot of comments and questions about this, if I believe that it's a currency, and then I also make a case in some videos that it could get a security designation, then why do I care about the petitions and the letters? Well, the reason I care is because ultimately I do see XRP as a currency. And I would prefer it to have that designation because that's what it is. But at the end of the day, I also know it's best to CYA, cover your butt, right? Cover your ass and do whatever you can to help bring the right attention, because there's a lot of people that have power in this world that are going to vote on some of these things down the line, and they don't have the know of what this technology is or what it's about. And as much as we can do to bring everyone into the conversation, no matter what level of experience they have about this token and about this crypto space, we need to bring them here. We don't need to turn them away. We need to embrace them. So that's just my thought on that. And that's why Senator DeSoto, or Senator Darren Soto, is working on creating an office to coordinate federal use of blockchain. A new bill was create an office within the Department of Commerce dedicated to coordinating the use of blockchain technology by the federal government. Yes. Now, when it comes to being all in and investing, this is from James Rule XRP. Now, this is all in. When you've gone all in and you sold all your furniture for crypto, you are all in. When you get your heat turned off, but you're just using your stove with a fan in front of it, that's all in. And that's a new level of all in right there, even for me. I mean, a candle to get you hot water for your shower. My, oh my. Now that is all in. I can tell you that Mrs. Backup has put up a lot with me, and we have never gone to that level of all in. But I am definitely all in. And you know what? I feel good about it. It is hero or zero, and I don't care what anybody thinks about it. But I tell you what, this is a nice reminder of what happens in markets. Mr. B, XRP, shout out to you, my friend. This must have been scary days for Amazon investors. Today, they are legends. And that's exactly right. And this is how legends are made right here. Look at the dip on that. It went all the way down to $5, I believe, like $3 or $5. And it was all the way up to $100 or more and spiked all the way back down. Imagine the people that bailed out. I can tell you this rundown right here. People were jumping out like paratroopers out of an airplane. Go, go, go. You know, they were just shoving them out the door. But you know, the ones that hung in there. And now, you know, Amazon's $1,300 or something like that. I don't even know what it is right this second. Matter of fact, I'll just look just really quickly just to see what's going on here. Amazon current price. Let's just get this right now. And let's see. I'm just going to pull it up right here. And Amazon current price right now, I'm sorry, is $3,256.09. Yeah. So the cats that stuck it out from like $3 to $5 and just rode that out and are sitting at $3,256.93. Do you do this? This is something I do. Every so often, I'll take something like Amazon or Bitcoin's price or Ethereum's price and superimpose it over my XRP bag and just like, whoa, well, that's a number, you know? So, look, that's where I'm at on this day. I believe no matter which way this lawsuit works out, I believe we get the clarity we need. And I also believe that we as XRP holders win no matter what. All right, that's going to do it for me. I'm going to hit a like and subscribe on this. I hope you do too. Make sure you leave a comment below and share with somebody you know. Hit a notification bell so you don't miss a thing. And leave a comment. Leave a comment and make sure that you check out the links in the description box and the comment section for anything that you may want or need. It is trusted, vetted links. I'll catch all of you on the next one.